To post or not to post? That is the question I get asked all the time. But really the answer is three questions. Three questions that you need to ask every single time you post, snap, or tweet. If you're new here, I'm Heidi Dean, and I help actors rock their online presence. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell so you know when I have a new video just for you. So before you post anything, you need to ask yourself these three questions. Number one, does this post honor my contract or NDA? Number two, does this post spoil anything about the project that I'm talking about? And number three, does this post show my best self? So let's start with the first two questions that are both related to your actual bookings, whether or not you should post that photo from set, from rehearsal, from that project you've booked. So the first thing you need to do whenever you've booked a job is check your contract or NDA if you've signed one, and check to see if there are any restrictions on what and when you can post. And these restrictions can actually happen as early as the audition if you signed an NDA before you've even booked it. And if it's not in your contract, just ask. Now, if it's cool to post about the project, then ask yourself, number two, does this spoil anything about the project itself? Just make sure that your location, the people in the photo, maybe your costume isn't giving away any important storylines for the show. It's always better to be safe than sorry, especially if it's not in your contract. You can always snap photos when you're there and then wait till it premieres or airs to share them. Now, depending on the project, there are still some safe zones for posting from set. You in the makeup chair, you in your trailer, as long as your costume doesn't give anything away, your preset ritual. Just always look around you and behind you in the photo and make sure you're not spoiling anything. And if it's a little bit too early for you to announce the name of the show, you can always use something like stickers on Instagram stories to cover up any sensitive information that may be giving that information away, just like this post right here. Now, here's a very important pro tip for you. Make sure that your location is turned off on your Facebook page, your Twitter, and your Instagram for safety. But also, you don't want to give away the location of where you're shooting or where you're rehearsing. That may actually give away what project you're working on. So make sure that when you are posting this, that your geotag feature is turned off. And because we're talking about bookings, I'd love to celebrate you guys. Hop in the comments below. I would love to hear about one of the most recent projects you've booked. It could be a play, it could be a TV, film, voiceover. I'd love to hear about it in the comments below so we can cheer you on and give you some congratulations. Now, number three, the third thing you need to ask every time you post is, does this post show my best self? Now, this might not be a post about your latest booking or project. This may be a post about a controversial subject in the world, or maybe a movie you just saw. People in the business are looking you up on social media all the time, and what they find is part of your first impression, and it can affect your career. So before you post, always ask yourself, does this show my best self? The actor that someone would want to collaborate with and work with for hours or days on set or in rehearsal. And just know you don't have to join every argument you see in your feed. And I know that can be hard when you're passionate about a certain topic, that you feel like it's your job to speak out. But always speak out in a way that presents your best self to the world. Now, if you followed me for a while, you may have heard this story, but my mom was a first grade teacher for over 30 years. And every single morning after they do the Pledge of Allegiance, she'd have her first graders stand up and say, what you put out comes back to you. Such an important message, and it is the same thing on social media. Now, before you join hot topic conversations all the time on social media, on the accounts that you're using for your acting career, I want you to think about how you can speak out about what you're for instead of what you're against. This is going to allow you to have an opinion, to use your voice, and still show your best self to the world. Remember, what you put out comes back to you. So next time you're stuck and you're wondering if you should post this, you need to ask yourself those three questions. Does this honor my contract or NDA? Does this spoil anything about the project? And does this post show my best self? So now that you know if it's cool to post, here are some videos that will help you with what and when to post on social media for your career. Until next time, I'll see you on social. Bye.